Hey everybody, this is Cliff with Hamilton Transportation. Today we're picking up a couple of yard tractors in Gainesville, Georgia, and boy, were these fun to load up. Hey everyone, Cliff here with Hamilton Transportation. Welcome to the channel. Today I am here in Gainesville, Georgia. We're actually picking up a couple yard trucks, jockey wagons, whatever you want to call them. So I checked in and they showed me where the units were. They said to go ahead and park, drop out, and load them up. So let's get that done. So I'm thinking with these, I'm gonna have to put the back one. I'm gonna have to back it up onto the back deck. So I'm hoping I can do it with just, I'm hoping I can get it backed up on there with just these boards. If not, I'll have to get those out and kind of stage them, kind of back it up on here. But we'll figure it out. Just trying to get staged, get the chains I need out. Alright, I think that'll do it. We got chains for all four corners of both trucks. And they get dropped out. All right, let's go get the first one. I wonder if he's gonna load them up for us. Are you driving them on? Okay. Are you driving them on the trailer? No. Okay.
Are you taking these ones?
Yeah, I'm taking these too. Why, are you guys still working on them, or?
Well, I was supposed to do a PDI on this, but I reckon if you're taking them, I won't. Let me call my foreman.
Yeah. What's PDI?
Pre-delivery inspection.
Oh, gotcha.
Hey, this truck you owe me to PDI, it's getting loaded up. Yeah, somebody's here to take them. What are you saying what for? Yeah. Over here at these trucks, at the finish line, like they're ready to go over here by the fence. All right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. See you then. He said he's coming.
Okay. All right. So there's a little bit of confusion. I was walking out here to get them, and a mechanic walked out and got in one. And I said, "Hey, what's you gonna drive them on the trailer?" It's like, "Oh no." I said, "Okay." So are you taking them? I said, "Yeah, I'm taking them." So then he said, "I want to look at tie downs." Okay, that's a good one. On the front, oh yeah, they're pretty short. don't know how far up we'll have to bump them. Oh look, and they got good tie downs right there. This will be easy. I do want to look them over though, just to make sure. But anyway, he came out and he said they want me to do a pre-delivery inspection on them. So he said, well, if you're taking them, they probably won't have me do it. So then he called his foreman, and his foreman was standing there, and then he was on the phone and started walking away. Like, where's he going, you know? So eventually, foreman was on the phone with somebody else. Eventually he said, oh, just go ahead and take them. I said, okay. So now we get to load them up. This is what we're working with. These things are pretty easy. They're automatic, so it should just be a matter of backing them on there. They have Allison's. I've loaded these before. It's probably the air has to build up. It'll go off in a minute. There we go. Alright, so anyway, I've loaded these before. I ran these probably half a dozen times on my other trailer. It had a 29-foot well, so it was real easy. I hauled twin axle yard trucks on that one before. Usually I pick those up out of Richmond, Indiana. There's a plant out there. Never been down here, but same difference. So we're gonna take this up. I want to make sure I have ripped mud flaps off of these before trying to back them on the trailer, so I need to make sure I don't do that. But anyway, now we'll just drive up to the trailer and back up on. See how straight we are there. Alright, I don't think we're going to rip them off there. So I think what I'll do is I'll put it up on the trailer, and then maybe I'll grab my tape measure, and we'll see how long it is and how much deck space we have. So let's get this thing up on. straight. They could come over this way a little bit more. We're definitely gonna have to kick it up onto the back. So, and I don't think there's any chance it's gonna climb up on there without a good bit of help, judging on how it did coming up on the ramps. I'm doing. So all I'm getting is spinning when I get up to this height, and I still need to get it back a little further. So I have a binder hooked to it. I'm just drawing it back with the binder. Get it over those grouser balls. Gonna have to pull the thing down off again and back it back up on because it's too far over that way. It slid as I backed up on. There's one loaded. Now I got to get the other one and put it on the front. I don't know if it's far enough back, but it's getting pretty close right there, so I don't want to hit anything. This was quite a pain to load. So I've loaded these before, and they had a dock that you would back up to, and then you would drive it onto your trailer. And then they'd have some ramps that bridge the gap between the deck and the back deck there, and you drive it forwards onto the trailer and then down onto the deck. And then you could stop it when the front wheels were on the deck. Easy. This, they don't have any ramp, or they don't have a dock, they don't have any ramps. So then you're stuck with trying to build some ramps out of boards and back it up on there. And every time you get it up on the back deck, there you can see it there, every time you get it up on the back deck, the thing starts spinning, and then it walks itself over. So then it's not centered anymore. So I ended up having to build my ramps out of wood, and then when I got it back up to where the angle was the steepest and it started to spin, or just before, I hooked a chain to it and a binder, and then manually put the thing in neutral, released the brake, and then pulled it up, you know, up to where it broke that angle, to where it could actually get traction and back on. So yeah, I had to do like 3 or 4 times popping the brakes and repositioning the binder and then tightening it back up before it finally got up to a point where I could back it up onto the back of the trailer. So just a real pain. Now this one, I'm going to make sure that I have some mirrors that I am able to see out of, and I can see the back tires and where they are on the trailer. That was another problem I had, because I couldn't see where my tires were. I think I can judge it just based on yeah, where out of this mirror, the back tire, and then I can look out. I can actually look out and down and see the tire right there. So try to get this one loaded up. This one should be a lot easier. think we'll hit anything over there. Okay, I think I've got them where I want them. Now let's work on getting some chains on them, and I also have to put a chain across here to hold my boards on. Oh, this was so much fun. So we finally got this loaded. Let's see if we can run it with on 5 axles or if we're gonna need 6. Oh yeah, we're gonna need 6. Alright, no biggie. And I wonder if I should measure that, make sure of our height. Probably. All right, we're good on height, 13.4. So this is what kept happening. It would start spinning and then it would work its way over to the side of the trailer. So I'm calling that good. The front is good. It's right at the edge there, the bumper. So, but you can see what we got. We really had to pull that back one back up onto the deck. Yeah, the broker on this one was like, oh yeah, 25 feet will be fine. You might have to bump the back one up a little bit on the back deck. And you can see that's all the way back to my second axle. I mean, it's back there pretty good. But we got it loaded up. So now I just gotta take some pictures, sign my BOL, and then we will get as far as we can tonight. We got into Mooresville, North Carolina, the good old Days Inn. I stay at this place pretty often. It's just above Charlotte. Got in here about 7:30 last night. It took a lot longer to get these things loaded than I thought it would. And then we fought traffic coming through Charlotte, of course. So it was a little later getting here, and then I still had to go get dinner, get a shower and everything. So, yeah, I took my 10 hours here. Got up at 5 this morning. It's about 5:40 right now, and we're just about ready to get going. My goal is to get up to Chambersburg and get these delivered and get home at a decent time today. So my GPS is telling me 6.5 hours up there to Chambersburg. It'll probably be more like 7. So I'm looking at probably 12:30 or 1 to get these delivered, which will be good because then I'm an hour from home. Should be able to get home by 3 or 4 today. And then we have a load picking up at the Port of Baltimore tomorrow morning. So that is our plan for today. Enough talking. Let's hit the road and get these miles done and get these jockey wagons delivered. Got pulled into the weigh station there in North Carolina. They gave me a red light to stop on the scale, and I thought, oh boy. They said this load was 32,000 pounds, which empty we're about 46. So that puts us right at like 78. So if they were just a little bit heavier, if each one was just a little bit heavier by like 500 pounds or 1,000 pounds, you know, be real close to 80 or maybe a little over. So that had me a little worried that we were going to be over 80. But then they gave us a green light. So that means we must be good.
I got a ticket and I'm telling you, Jack, it's been a while, but I wanna go back. But I can't get myself on that lost highway. Like I'm standing down in a broken station, hard to travel with no destination. And I've been driving since the break of day. I saw the wheat fields with sun shining on it, and I've been high on a vodka and a tonic, and I wanted you to grow up so I could be in your shade. But there's so many times I have fallen, I guess I might have missed my calling as I get found on that lost highway. Yes, so let it go. Let the stars come out after the rain. Let it go. Gray skies will be blue again. Let it go. Let the clouds blow away with the wind. If the sun comes out tomorrow, then let it rip. Myself up on that lost highway.
here to Chambersburg. I gotta figure out where these things are going. So we have been unable to talk to anybody here. Don't have a phone number. So my strategy is just going to be drive around the building until I find a place that looks like they may be going, and then try to find somebody to talk to. So we'll see what happens. Try in here. I should have probably gone in back there. This place isn't even open yet. A lot of these guys are just going to be contractors. So I don't know who I'm even supposed to talk to. They'll know somebody. Alright, so that actually worked out. So the first guy I saw was on the forklift there. He's coming up behind me. He said, "Hey, I'm the guy." I said, "Okay." So he signed off on it. Now I just got to unload them and park them, and then we will be good to go. So I don't anticipate it being so much of a problem getting them off the trailer as it was getting them on the trailer. We'll let gravity assist us a little bit on the way off, so we shouldn't have any spinning. So he said he wants them parked side by side right next to those pillars there by the hydrant. So that's what we'll do. so the front one will be easy. Oh, actually I ought to grab the keys so I can get these things off. Yeah, the front one should be pretty easy. That one will just run off and back into a spot here. And then the back one, we're gonna have to put my blocks out there so we're not doing such a big transition down to the deck when we get it off. But it shouldn't be too bad. Like I said, it'll be much easier getting them off than it was putting them on. Right, first one's unchained. So now let's get it off the trailer and parked. Alright, there's one down. Now we gotta get this one off, and this one will be a little more challenging. Like I said, we're gonna have to pull it up until the back tires are right about here, and then we'll have to stack our blocks up, or our boards up again, and then run it down onto the boards, and then we can run it off. try to pull this thing down off far enough that we can get those boards set up so the back tires can come down off the back deck onto the boards. Alright guys, that worked pretty well. So now we just got to get cleaned up, hook the truck back up, and then we will be good to go. So we successfully delivered 2 yard trucks here to Chambersburg. Looks like it's a brand new warehouse. They're just opening up. The thing is huge. You guys will look at it. So there it starts at that end. And it goes all the way down there. So this is a giant new warehouse they're opening up here in Chambersburg. And I guess they're just getting staged. It must be Ryder that's doing logistics out of this place, because they have a couple of yard trucks going to, these delivered to a Ryder here. So I know Ryder does warehousing as well. So I'm assuming they're either, you know, renting space or leasing space out of this brand new warehouse, or maybe they're just setting up. I don't know. But we got 2 brand new yard trucks delivered to them. So that is a job done. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, please give it a like. That helps with the algorithm and helps the channel grow. Stay tuned for the next load. I'm actually going to the port tomorrow morning to pick up a Cat 325. It's going to be about 60,000 pounds and 11 feet wide. It's going up to Ohio for delivery Friday morning, and then see where I go from there. So until the next video, this is Cliff with Hamilton Transportation from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you out there on the road.
I got a ticket and I'm telling you, Jack, it's been a while, but I wanna go back. But I can't get myself on that lost highway. Like I'm standing down in a broken station, hard to travel with no destination. And I've been driving since the break of day. I saw the wheat fields with sun shining on it, and I've been high on a vodka and a tonic, and I wanted you to grow up so I could be in your shade. But there's so many times I have fallen, I guess I might have missed my calling as I get found on that lost highway. Yes, so let it go. Let the stars come out after the rain. Let it go. Gray skies will be blue again. Let it go. Let the clouds blow away with the wind. If the sun comes out tomorrow, then let it rain. Myself up on that lost highway. Yes, let it